In the next few minutes, I won't just be talking to you, I'll be guiding you through an experience. I will lead you toward an inner shift, and by the end, you won't just understand what has been holding you back until now, you will feel a transformation within yourself. You'll realize that your reality has never been random. It has always responded to who you were inside, even if you weren't aware of it, and when this awareness emerges, everything begins to align effortlessly. So I ask you to let go of any distractions and fully surrender to this moment. What you are about to hear is not just something to learn, but an experience to immerse yourself in. Think back to a moment in your life when you deeply desired something, but no matter how hard you tried, you couldn't obtain it. Maybe it was a relationship, a job, an opportunity. You had a fixed thought, an obsession, and yet nothing manifested. Now contrast this memory with another, a time when something extraordinary happened effortlessly. Perhaps you hadn't even wished for it with intensity. Maybe it didn't matter that much to you, and yet it arrived as if by magic. Why does this happen? Why does it seem that when we chase something, it moves further away, while when we detach from it, it manifests effortlessly? There is a hidden mechanism behind all of this, a principle that many are unaware of. Now, I will explain exactly why this happens, and then I will give you a simple yet powerful method to use this knowledge intentionally. By applying it, you will notice a radical shift. Things that once seemed out of reach will start flowing effortlessly toward you. Reality is not something that happens to you, it is something that responds to you. This is where most people get stuck. They expect reality to change, when in fact reality is waiting for them to change. How many times have you wanted something with all your heart and still didn't get it? And then, the moment you stopped worrying about it, it arrived. That is not a coincidence, it's a law. When you chase, when you seek validation, you are telling the universe that you do not have what you desire, and reality responds by reflecting exactly your inner state. But when you stop needing it, stop controlling, stop holding on, everything moves toward you. Not because you've given up, but because you've become the version of yourself that already possesses what you desire. Joe Dispenza explains how reality is a response to our consciousness. The way we observe and perceive our life determines what happens to us. Just like in quantum physics, where the observer influences the behavior of particles, our consciousness shapes our experience. And when you stop chasing and start feeling that what you want is already part of your life, reality reorganizes itself to reflect that. Neville Goddard used to say, "Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, and that assumption will harden into fact." He didn't say to hope or wish, he said to assume. To assume is not to try, it is to know. When you know something is already yours, you don't chase it, you don't look for signs, you don't wait anxiously, because for you, it is already real. And this is where non-action comes into play. The moment you internally accept that what you want already exists for you, you stop interfering, doubting, and forcing. Reality finally has the space to align itself without resistance. Have you ever noticed that the things you desperately want seem to take forever, while the ones you don't care much about happen easily? This happens because when you are not emotionally attached to something, you don't block it with anxiety, waiting, or fear of not getting it. You are in a state of acceptance, and in that state, everything flows effortlessly. The real question is, how can you apply this principle without pretending you don't want something that you deeply desire? Because you can't just tell yourself, "I don't care anymore," while inside you're still hoping and looking for confirmation. Reality does not respond to words, it responds to what you truly feel inside. So how can you learn to let go without struggling? How can you stop forcing and start creating the reality you desire in a natural way? Now I will show you exactly how to do it. Stay with me. The first step, stop chasing. Until now, whether you realized it or not, you've been in a "I need this to happen" state. This state keeps you stuck. Every time you think, "Why hasn't it happened yet?" you are reinforcing its absence. If you already had it, you wouldn't be searching for it. Now tell me, if it were already yours, how would you feel? Would you be anxious? No. Would you constantly check? No. Would you have doubts? No. You would be relaxed, confident, at peace. And that very energy is what makes it arrive. When you stop looking for proof, stop waiting for signs, you shift into the vibration of someone who already has what they desire, and that energy attracts it effortlessly. So from now on, stop waiting for it. Stop wondering when it will come. Be already in the certainty that it is yours. The moment you do this, everything begins to change. Now I will explain how to stay in this state without falling back into doubt. The second step, staying in the state of already having. Now that you've stopped chasing, the next step is to maintain this vibration without falling back into doubt. This is where most people fail. At first you feel confident, you know it's already yours. Then hours pass, days pass, and a voice inside you whispers, "But where is it?" This is the real test. The moment you go back to searching, doubting, or checking, you cancel everything and return to the vibration of someone who does not have what they desire. How do you prevent this? By accepting that you don't know when or how it will happen, but that it will happen no matter what. This is the turning point. Many can convince themselves for a moment, but then, over time, they fall back into doubt. Joe Dispenza talks about the importance of non-action. You must stop chasing and allow the universe to align. Just like in quantum physics, observation changes the phenomenon. If you observe with attachment and anxiety, you influence it. So every time doubt creeps in, don't react. Let it pass, observe it without attaching yourself to it. When you learn to stay in that space without forcing anything, you enter a state of natural receiving, and in that state, reality begins to move toward you. The third step, the silence before manifestation. At this point, you've done two fundamental things. 1, you've stopped chasing. 2, you've maintained the energy of already having. Now comes the final step, stabilizing this state and allowing the flow to happen. And the secret is just one: make peace with the silence before manifestation. This is where many people fail. After letting go, they expect an immediate change. But as soon as they get impatient and think, "Okay, I'm doing everything right, where is it?" they fall back into waiting mode and sabotage the process. You need to understand one thing: there is always a space between intention and manifestation. This gap is not a delay, it's a realignment. Reality is not testing you, it is simply adjusting to your new state. So in this final phase, your task is simple. Live your life lightly. Stay relaxed, stop stressing. The more you hold this energy, the more the manifestation comes naturally and effortlessly. And when it arrives, it will be even better than you imagined. From now on, every time doubt tries to pull you back, do one thing: nothing. Not because you don't care, but because you already know it's done. From this moment on, you will no longer have to chase anything. Reality will move toward you. Now you know that manifesting does not mean doing more, but allowing. When you stop controlling, looking for signs, or wondering when and how, everything aligns on its own. Now it's up to you. Do you want to go back to doubts and waiting, or do you want to do the only thing that changes everything: nothing? If you agree with Joe, write in the comments, "It's already mine." This will activate your new energy and light up this community of special beings. The more people awaken, the more humanity as a whole evolves, transforming into a more conscious, harmonious, and connected collective awareness. Every individual who opens their eyes to their inner essence contributes to a profound shift, raising the frequency of the entire world. It is an unstoppable domino effect. When one soul lights up, it ignites others, creating a wave of transformation that spreads everywhere. If this video has resonated within you, don't stop here. Allow this newfound awareness to take root in you, explore even deeper the potential within you, and continue the journey with the next content on screen. Every step you take toward your inner growth brings you closer to the reality you desire and allows you to see the world with new eyes. Knowledge expands only when it is lived and applied, and now you have the opportunity to dive even deeper into this transformation. You are the universe becoming aware of itself. We are the universe evolving together. Every new connection between us strengthens this collective energy and makes us part of something greater. Now, you are part of this new community of awakened beings, united by the same vibration of growth and awareness. Welcome, your journey has just begun.